Hey everybody, I'm Delicia. Thanks for tuning in to my weekly top 5 cigar picks. These are the cigars coming straight out of my humidor, hopefully making their way into yours for your week of smoking. Starting with number 5 this week, it's going out to the La Sirena Merlion. This one is featuring a Mexican wrapper, a Brazilian Sumatra binder, and then a Brazilian, Dominican, and Nicaraguan filler, giving you very creamy milk chocolate notes, even a little bit of cedar, a little bit of black pepper, and tasty stick, so very nice. Coming in for about $10.50 or so on the price point. I'm gonna try and start mentioning that whenever possible. I don't always remember offhand how much the cigars were, so trying to just go off of again, whenever I can figure that out, I'll add it to there. And then number 4 this week, I'm actually smoking. This is the Ivy. This is a stick that came out from Viva Republica, Jason Hawley. It's distributed by Miami Cigar and Company. It's made at the La Aurora factory. It's a very tasty stick, paying homage to his Ivy League days. I believe he was a Harvard guy. So great stick. Comes in, I think, 3 different sizes, but really nice, very tasty on the flavor profile. It's featuring an Ecuadorian Habano Corojo wrapper, Cameroon and Dominican binder, and then Cameroon, Dominican, and Nicaraguan on the filler. So you get some spice to it, definitely get the spice. You get some hazelnut, you get a little bit of, you kind of get some cocoa, more along the lines of like that bitter type of dark chocolate. Not real strong, somewhat subtle, but you do get a good amount of spice to it. You also pull out a little bit of a woodsy element there, so really nice stick. This one comes in about 12 bucks or so on the lineup. Going with number 3, we have the HOYO. This one is a beautiful stick. It's very oily. It looks like a little bit darker than a Snicker bar on the color, but really nice stick. This one is the black and silver band, of course, and it's featuring an Esteli grown Habano shade wrapper, and then Ecuadorian Sumatra on the binder, and then it has Pennsylvania Ligero, Nicaragua, Esteli Nicaraguan, and also Ometepe, so 2 different regions in Nicaragua on the filler. This one gets you the bursts of the black pepper, you get the leather, you get the sweet, you get little bits of like the cocoa, the coffee, that type of flavoring to it. Really nice. And this one's a great price. This one comes in between, there's a few different sizes. I believe 3, maybe 4, I forgot. $5.50, $6.50 on that price range, depending on the size. So really good price point on this one. Great stick. I think all of the cigars this week I have done reviews on, except for the number 2, which is the Alec Bradley post-embargo. So this one is a pretty looking cigar. It's a box pressed. Love the 2 flags on here. It's got the Cuban and the American flag on here. Just real pretty. Looks kind of like a vintage feel to it. Alec Bradley, of course. Honduran wrapper, has a double binder, Nicaraguan and Honduran on the binder, Nicaraguan and Honduran on the filler as well. This one gives you like a sweet, you get some dried berry, you get coffee, you get cedar, black pepper, red pepper. You get a lot of different flavors on this one. So really tasty. This one also comes in about 8 bucks or so. So not bad on the pricing at all. And number 1 this week is going out to Micallef Experiencia. This stick, I hadn't smoked it recently. I was smoking it a lot like towards the end of the year last year. And then I revisited recently the cigar because it's just a really good stick. This one comes in at about 12, 13 bucks. But it's really tasty. It has a really good flavor profile to it. I actually have done I did a full review on this one, and then I also used this one for her first smoke. And the girl that I gave it to, I've been in contact with her, and she actually took up cigar smoking, so it's really cool. Some of the girls that I do her first smoke with, I don't necessarily see them anymore after that, but this particular girl that tried this one really liked it. In fact, afterwards, she asked me for another one if she could take home, so she took it home, and she's taken up cigar smoking, which is always, great to hear. But anyways, back to the cigar. It's really tasty. This one is featuring a 4-year-old San Andres Sumatra wrapper, 4-year-old Ecuadorian Habano on the binder. And then inside you have some 4-year-old aged Nicaraguan, Dominican, and Peruvian filler. So you get a lot of different flavors. You get, again, the sweeter, you get those cocos, you get a little bit of somewhat of a coffee, you get some pepper, cedar on this one. You get a lot of traditional notes, but it's tasty and it does have a good amount of complexity and balance to it, and it's a very well-made stick. So hopefully that you know, meets your needs for this week. And as always, I thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope to see you next week.